Welcome back. It's Rise and Shine, and we are still shining. Great conversation there with our guest CEO of Anti Farms. Great work, offering opportunity and growing the community of agriculture here in Akwa Ibom. I mean, we can do better with how much we are doing. Like he has rightly said, government needs to invest some more. If you have people that are willing to farm on a very large scale, why not invest? Give them money. We have enough money to give and invest in agriculture. We went to in the local government now, Biabere Yagadia, where they have hectares and hectares of land that rice can be planted on, but the state government has not gone in to leverage on that natural resource. Yes, they can grow rice, they can grow plantain. Why not invest and let our community grow? But I mean, that's it for agriculture this morning. Now, one of our followers on social media actually sent their reaction about the iPhone story. So that is Ima Eso. Thank you, Ima Eso. Ima Eso said, my take on the iPhone slash calling off wedding issue is the guy has done the right thing, because if he marries her, eventually she might use her flirting lifestyle to kill the guy, because nowadays Ekpo Nkawo does not kill women again, rather it's men. Let her explain where she got the iPhone, or better still, return it. Thank you so much, Emma. So
yeah,
there you have it.
that in my has just literally said the reality of it. If you cannot say where it's coming from, then don't keep it. Don't even get it in the first place. That's just it. But I'll let you do the honors of welcoming on board our artist of the week, who is join us.
Yes, at this point, we will be welcoming our artist of the week. We like to do music. We like to introduce new people that are on the scene doing great. Someone you may not have known, but now we're going to introduce you to our music artist of the week. Now we have Queen Ibiwari Okojaja, who's joining us live from River State, Port Harcourt this morning. Good morning, Queen.
All right, so we're still trying to get Queen join us. Queen has been when I was talking to Queen, I got to discover she's like a box of many talents. She is the reigning Queen of Opobo, the crown Queen of Opobo, or the Grand
That's
Queen.
Opobo that we used to hear about in secondary
Yes,
school.
Opobo. So, and then she's also one of the icons in the modeling industry, and she's ventured into a lot of other things in the entertainment field, and she's been in the modeling scene for a good number of years. She's won a couple of crowns, and talking about her dreams and aspirations, she said she has a lot of things up on her sleeves to do about youth entrepreneurship, and she has passion for the elderly. And that was another thing that actually tripped me about Queen, that you get to see young people who understand that age comes with some extraordinary responsibilities, some extraordinary needs. And sometimes, most times, when you see the elderly in the streets in our community, people just literally want to toss them aside, not remembering that anyway, you are young today, tomorrow you will be old, and every old person deserves that special attention, deserves that special care, and should be given that regardless of the environment, regardless of the situation they find themselves. So Queen is an amazing, beautiful queen with so many feathers to her crown, and just hope we can connect her so we can let her tell the story of the journey so far in the pageant industry, and of course, what it's been like to be the crown queen of Opobo in River State. I mean, like you rightly said, those times we used to hear Jaja of Opobo, Queen of Opobo, and all of those. And this time we'll be, getting to speak directly with her. All right, so Queen is here. Hello, Queen.
Good morning. Good to have you.
Thank you very much. Good morning to you too.
All right. Sorry we couldn't connect you the moment we announce you're coming live on set. Usually, when we have new guests, we have a way of welcoming you. Yes. So,
okay.
We've already announced and introduced you, so we just kickstart our conversation. So, tell us briefly. You're wearing a very big crown as the ground queen of Opobo. Can you tell us more about you're crowned as a queen?
Oh, okay. First of all, thank you for bringing me to this wonderful platform. Also, when I won Miss Opobo in 2020, actually I didn't know I could do it, but then it happens because of God's favor. It happens. So my crown is all about I don't know. My crown carried a whole lot of grace in it. Like whenever I wear my crown, I feel like I'm just um I'm just this queen that wants to help people. I'm just this queen that wants to change people's life and not just a queen, not just wearing a crown. Do you get? So since I won Miss Opobo, I've been a different person totally. Why? Because I'm wearing a crown. So I don't need to misbehave. I just need to maintain a standard. So my crown is all about helping people and also trying to groom girls and bringing them out of their shell for them to do better than their old self or something. I don't know. So that's just it.
So, being the queen of Opobo, how have you been able to interact with history? Because I know this morning, what comes to our minds is when we hear Opobo, we remember the story of King Jaja of Opobo. So, how does it feel to be in that lineage of history? And how have you been able to relate to it? And how is it affecting your reign at this time?
Okay, actually, let's say I'm emeritus, so I'm just a queen mother for now. So my reign has passed. But then when I was reigning as Miss Opopo, I feel so happy and I feel so happy seeing my name of Popo. And also, I don't think Opopo is actually affecting me as a person or as a queen. Their history and doctrine is not really affecting me. I'm from Opopo, so I think I'm enjoying everything. Like everything is perfect. I just fixing myself to where I'm supposed to be. So that's just it.
Okay, so in terms of let's look back at the time you wore that crown. What were some of the achievements that your reign brought to the seat, and what were the things you were able to accomplish being Queen of Okpobo at the time?
Sorry, can you come back again?
Okay, I'm asking, what were the things you were able to accomplish during your reign as Queen? What exactly did you use your time on the throne to actualize for the people of Opobo? What kind of influences did you come with?
Okay. Okay, so when I won Miss Opopo, I told myself I was gonna do some things. And one is getting getting my own agency, my own modeling agency, and also a studio where I can be grooming girls. So I think I've achieved a whole lot. Yeah, I've achieved a whole lot since I won Miss Opopo.
So
And one
when you
is
say grooming girls, what do you groom the girls to do? What kind of
yeah,
grooming?
I groom girls because okay, there are some girls that they are just on the streets. They don't have direction, they don't have vision. So when I see such people, I talk to them. Like whenever I go out, I see such people, I get to talk to them. And then I make them my friends, even if they are lower than myself. I make them my friends. I introduce my agency to them, and also I teach them how to be self-confident. You know, some persons, some girls, they don't have this confidence and they don't have the courage to do things. So I try to bring them close and teach them on how to do things. Even some of them, I sponsor them to whatever. Some of them, not all, I sponsor them to whatever they have interest on. So that's just it.
Okay.
Now, I know that when we spoke, you talked about having interest in taking care of the elderly. So,
Okay.
how has that been so far for you?
Good. Like
I like
ah,
the smile that that
you,
came with. The smile was
I
so
feel
broad.
like when helping the old people, I feel so happy. Like if I go to my town and they'll be like, "Oh, is it not that girl that came to my house? Is it not? Oh, my daughter." All this kind. I feel so happy and I see old people being happy also. So I think that alone makes a difference in my life. Yeah, I feel happy doing it. I've been helping couple of elders. So both in my town, in Port Harcourt, Lagos, like if I have it, it's better I give it to them than keeping it to myself. So it's just
Are
like
these
that.
things that you train other people to do alongside with you, like an agency that offers help to the elderly? Do you have other people that do the job with you?
What did you say?
Do you have people that you have trained to offer these services to the elderly also?
Yes, of course.
Okay, now I see that some of your dreams are like capital intensive, like funding intensive. So after your reign as queen, how have you been able to keep up with the funds to, do the service of helping the elderly and grooming the girls?
Okay, talking about the funds, I don't really have much, but with the little I have, I'm at least sometimes I go out for sponsors. Yeah, sometimes I go out for sponsors, and some persons will like they can't help all this kind of stuff. But then I still keep to my ground. I still keep to my ground. So that's just it.
Oh
Is
wow.
what I like. So even if it
Okay, I think we have frozen
Frozen image
yeah,
there.
frozen network
All right,
there.
so but like he literally say, one thing that tripped me when I spoke with Queen Ibiwari was the fact that I'm getting to find a young person who has not gone through the other road of thinking that every old person is a witch, as we would say in some side of this client, or every old person deserves to be abandoned, but actually wants to reach out and then care
Mm.
for these elderly people who deserve the very best, and that is something that I can connect with. That is something that trips me a lot, and the fact that she is not just doing it as as a result of winning a crown, but that is something that she is passionate about, all the more makes me want to appreciate her personality.
I wish network will allow for us to come back and say a proper goodbye to her. But it's been great. And I think one thing that stood out for me, immediately you began the conversation about the elderly, there was a smile and a beam, that came to her face. It means she's absolutely fulfilled in offering such services. And I mean, beyond the financial blessings that could be, there's more to it. I mean, it feels like her life continues to be renewed, even serving the elderly. Every God bless you from an elderly goes a very long
It
way.
goes a very long
Yeah,
way.
so I don't know if we'll be able to say goodbye, but if not, we were speaking with Queen Ibiwari, who is the Queen Emeritus of the Kingdom of Opobo. And then it was great time having conversation to see a young woman who's driven to raise other people and also offer services to the elderly. And we ask that I think one thing I'd really pray for her is for her to have more funding and exposure to sponsors that will help her dreams come true.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the prayers that I would support, and it's unfortunate rather. I haven't been in the pageant industry for a good number of years. I know that most times with apologies to everybody responsible for it, most times the kinds of queens or beauty queens you see having access to enormous funds are beauty queens who don't have ideas or don't have things to do that would be of great impact to the society. You just have people who are interested in the paparazzi and the shows and wearing all the latest trendy hairs and all of that, getting access to funds. But when you get to find the real beauty queens who have the interest of reaching out to the larger society, who are making very impactful lifestyle with their crown and with their passion and commitment, the problem of fund is always, is always there. And it's about that time, just like we talked about, and like our first guest, resonated that it's about time we get to learn to invest properly into the right places, into the right people who are actually doing the right work. That's the only way we can see the tripling effect, surrounding us all over the environment.